right? Or you have to just, basically compromise and use an alternate pick, right? Right? Then, again with the sweep. So, sweep, 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 right? Alternate pick, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so again. Right? If you notice right there, I did the alternate pick first and sweep after, right? They should sound the same. Right? You should really get that same over and over again. Okay? So when you go fast, even if you're sweeping or alternating, you do either one. It should be the exact same speed. Because again, the speed limit is your left hand. If your right hand is doing what it's supposed to be doing, it's only supporting what this is doing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That this hand only follows this and helps this hand. Okay? So that's how you get across. Now if I could do this legato, right? But it's not going to sound as clean as if I do it with the muting and the extra power behind the right hand. See what I mean? Well, yeah. You can do this without it. I just picked it up to cheat, you know what I mean? So you can get away with that, but it's not going to sound as good as actually hitting the notes. I mean, you can do everything legato, you know? If your left hand's strong enough and fast enough, you can do whatever you want legato, you know? You can even play freaking chords legato. You see a lot of people that do that, you know? If you have a good, strong left hand, you can play anything like that. But is that the sound you're really looking for? And that's what, you know? So I say alternate picking is the foundation, you know? Like how the major scale is the foundation of everything, of like...
Yeah, the basis.
It's the basis.
Yeah.
Alternate picking should be the basis of all of your playing, you know? Sweep picking is something you do to add on top of it. You should never try to, you know, just because this to be like, what do you call it, fanatical about like sweeping and like, you know, it has to be swept and it has to be, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be as clean. It has to be on time. It has to have, you know, the effect you want it to have.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you should know both because it has a different quality. A sweep pick has a totally different quality than an alternate pick. You know, the back pickup has a totally different quality than the front pickup. You know, and you have to figure out what that sound you're looking for and what, you know, like for instance, a lot of people like they favor runs, you know, with the treble pickup and legato. Like those look like this. Right? I would rather do it with the bass pickup, you know, and picking, because just to me that's the sound I like. You know? Good. You know? And again, like you could sneak in little alternate picks and little bullshit in there by just picking up the hand. So if you want to get that slippery sound, you still do the exact same picking pattern, so you're like, right? But I just picked the hand up. Right? So this hand's actually not hitting the string at this point. I'm just moving it around for no reason. You know, just other than to keep my head connected.
Mm-hmm.
And that little trick allows me to get right back on top of the picking. So okay? Right there.
Yeah.
You actually see that?
No, that's on behalf of the whole bunch of Russian people, Russian guys, guitar enthusiasts, I get a thank you. So just hopefully, yeah. So you'll just share, from time to time, I'll share the like tips of your whatever masters. Yeah. So that's.
Yeah, I mean,
wish the guy is just luck and understand patience.
Well, yeah, you gotta think of it as exercise. Think of, when you practice, you know, take You want to break it down to like a systematic approach and make it like it's working out. Like you really, you should be thinking that you're lifting weights or something with your hands and your brain.
Yeah.
You know? And the biggest mistake you can make in your practice time is to go and try to play something to entertain yourself. You know, you should never be like in your practice time, in your practice schedule, be sitting there playing a song that you like, or
should be a,
jamming on some little riff that you know. You should be trying to practice fundamental techniques like scales and arpeggios and stuff like that, and then two, trying to figure out a way to use those scales and arpeggios and things that you're learning in a new way, rather than just trying to copy other guitar players and make your style like copying other people. Because that's what most people do when they want to learn. They learn a couple of songs from tabs, and they don't really understand why it works or why it's done. The body doesn't know any other techniques other than what they see in the song, and they just try to make stuff around that basis, and that's not real musicianship. You just you're a carbon copy of somebody else, and you're just taking choppy pieces and moving it around. Like guys who want to shred, they'll pick some fancy shredder guy, like Langico or Yngwie or Petrucci, and they'll study one of his solos like a freaking crackhead, and then they'll try to make something out of it instead of just going and putting the work in. Learn the scales the right way. Sit there and work out. Sit there and do these stupid exercises that sound like crap that you hate. Now, if you do this long enough, you can get a decent amount of speed, and you don't have to really ever be ridiculously fast. You have to be consistent. Because for the most part, if you're playing a solo, it's not going to be interesting if you're always shredding. You're always, You see guys that go and never change any dynamics. It's more interesting. Even adding one note makes it sound a little bit more interesting. The machine.
Touching.
But for the most part, most of your solos are going to be, under 16th notes. They should be slow, and the sweep should be a burst that's decorating. So your slow playing is when you should be practicing, and doing speed drills on the side so you can have bursts, So your speed practice should be 30 to 40% of your training, whereas the most of your other practice should be on just specific technique and physical ability, So when you're learning scales, in 3-string modes or whatever, you should practice at this speed. No faster than that. Get it down, warm yourself up at that speed. You know what I mean? Hit the hand. It should be a challenging speed, but not so challenging that you just screw up. You should feel like it's alright, I have to put some concentration in to hold this down and to keep it at a specific tempo, right? Then after you do that kind of practice for a few minutes, then you could do some bursts to try to force yourself to go as fast as you can. Even if you make a couple mistakes, that's fine. And then bring it back down and go slower again.
Okay.
This way, in one hand, you teach yourself the proper technique, then you put the workout in and burn it into your body, get the muscles, to rip a little bit so that they have to heal and, deal with the workload. And then you go back to make sure that you're programming that in your brain correctly and doing it slow. So really, with 30 minutes a day of practice like that, where it's you're thinking I'm programming these movements and I'm working out, you can do what most people do in 5 years in 1 year, which is basically how I wound up going to music school. There's all the way from me, so I had to go and take all these books and see what these people are doing, and I just read it and said, okay, how am I going to be able to make this easier?
Yeah.
So that's really what I came up with, is that you have to really manage your practice time and think of it like you're not there